Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, is in a little bit of a breakfasty mood today. I mean, kinda. I just wanted some milk, honestly, but breakfast. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing not grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing not grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. Folks, that is absolutely the case today. I got off work a little while ago. And, like I said, I just wanted some milk. I like milk. I'm a big fan. And I would say that I like to keep it in the house, but the reality is that it doesn't stay long enough in the house to be kept in the house. I down that stuff just way too quickly. But I decided to go over there and stop off at a local supermarket chain known as Jewel Osco, which is a chain that's been around for quite a long time, longer than I've been alive. That is just, sort of central to Illinois and stuff, and I've reviewed some stuff from there. And turns out they had some breakfast items out. And I was like, I just got through reviewing some potato tots, so you can check out that review if you're interested. But I wasn't just going to go for some tots, not when they had, boom, a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich. Ooh, okay. I mean, I love a croissant sandwich, so let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. It looks like, it's not the most sandwichy thing in the world, but whatever. I'll just go like this. Is there sausage in there? There is, okay. Wow, okay. It's kind of a thin patty. I was thinking more links. That's just me personally. I like links over patties. But let's give it a go. Oh, and what with this being a review of an Illinois institution, this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois spots. Bob's your uncle. Bob's my uncle. Crispy croissant. That could be kind of a plus, and that could be sort of a pro and a con. Typically, you want croissant to just be very light and very buttery. But this is, it's actually very buttery. It's just got a little bit of crispiness to it, which isn't a bad thing. Gives it a nice crunch, little texture. Okay. I've had far worse tasting croissants. I've had better tasting croissants, but okay. Okay. It's perfectly fine. Here's the thing. I actually love a breakfast sandwich. In fact, I reviewed a couple of breakfast sandwiches recently. I just uploaded those videos earlier today from a place called Mr. Broast. So if you're interested, you can go look up those reviews. I love a breakfast sandwich. I'm not a big breakfast guy usually, but every now and again, but if there's one thing I'll pretty much always go for, it's a breakfast sandwich. Nice, quick, it's handheld. And one of my favorite breakfast sandwiches is just a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. Back when I was a kid, there was this place called Corfu. Me and my dad used to live. It was a restaurant, not the island. And it was one of my favorite breakfasts to get there. Just, sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. This has all the flavor notes that I'm expecting from that. Just slightly muted. The best aspect of it is the croissant. It is a nice buttery croissant. It's, obviously not going to stack up against, like a proper bakery one or something like that, but like it's genuinely pretty good. Definitely better than I've had from typical fast food croissants. Everything else, yeah, is very fast foody. It does have, a breakfast sausage taste to it, but it takes a little while to kick in, and when it does kick in, it never really reaches that flavor crescendo I want it to hit, like it kind of bottoms out a couple levels below that. So it's there, I'm getting the flavor, but the egg and the cheese, they're part of it, but they're more filler, I feel. Because, I mean, you can see the egg, like, it's all very thin, I mean, it's in there. It's certainly providing something, but croissant is definitely the most flavorful part. Then you got the sausage. Then the egg and cheese are just kind of tied for a distant third. So yeah, it's okay. It's maybe slightly better than what I would expect from fast food, but yeah. I think, and obviously, I understand, like, this is food that they put out. It's got to hold for a while. Maybe a little bit of a sauce or something, And again, I understand why that might not be an available option or something. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. All right, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, it didn't cost me that much. How much did you cost me? You were $3. So to be fair, cost in mind, would I get this again? Maybe and kinda. Like, I'm not gonna go over there and say that it's anything that you really necessarily want to go out and grab. Like, again, it's definitely better, or I'd say it's slightly better than most fast food options. And it's definitely better than, like Jimmy Dean's or something like that, But it's also nothing that great. It definitely reeks of just being it's there, it's $3, eat it if you want. But for $3, the croissant tasted nice, the sausage wasn't too bad, just a little underwhelming. There was nothing bad about it, and I'm sure that it'll, fill me up in the way that it's supposed to do. I just wish it had a little bit more personality, a little bit more oomph to the flavor, but it's serviceable enough. That's why I'm recommending it, kinda, because I think that when you're talking about something like this, again, there's a price aspect to it, there's a convenience aspect to it. It's definitely going to cost you less than most stuff you're going to get at McDonald's or Wendy's, so it's got that going for it. And again, the flavor overall is decent for what it is. And, if you happen to be out getting some stuff in the morning anyway, it's there as an option. But I do personally think that Jewel has better options. Maybe not so much the breakfast category, but even then, like, you can get, like, pre-made sandwiches and stuff like that. They have other stuff, so this is fine for what it is, but what it is isn't anything spectacular. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have themselves a truly croissant-tastic rest of your life. Because again, like a really good, man, do I miss Corfu so much. They were such a great establishment, man. It was like family owned and operated, run for years and years. It sucked, man. They fell into debt, and they just dug themselves in, and unfortunately just couldn't dig themselves back out. Now it's a Thornton's. Do we really need that many more gas stations? I don't think we do. And I say that as somebody who's a proponent of gas stations. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, do you have any favorite locations that might have shut down in the past? Certainly, hey, time takes by. And, there's been a few over the years that I've lost where, I've felt it. There was Corfu, like I said. There was a place when I was really little, when I was still living in Chicago, me and my family used to go to called Mr. Edwards. And that was like a favorite spot of my family, man. And, it was one of those things where, me and my dad, we moved out to the suburbs and, eventually it closed down. That's such a kick in the ass, man. But it happens. But let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Bye.